Rob and Slim Show.
Hello,
Ah,
Ed
there it
Accura in
is.
the house.
And Accura, how you doing?
Not too bad at all.
Cool, cool. You are a filmmaker from the UK, correct?
That's right, that's correct.
Where in the United Kingdom are you?
I'm in London, just outside London, Buckinghamshire, but just outside London.
Nice, nice. And your film at Blacks Can't Swim. I think you tweeted it to me originally, and it just seemed so like such a great idea, like of a concept. Because I've heard people say that before, and I never knew why until I watched it. Like you said that they say like their bones are heavier,
That's right. No,
like a
that's
myth.
one of the stereotypes. That's one of the what do you call it, the stigmas and the stereotypes about probably say the reason why a lot of black people don't swim. That was a stereotype I used to hide behind most of my life until I decided to do something about it.
But is there any truth to it or no? Because like I can't swim, and my kids have had lessons, and I don't think they can really swim either. They're
Um, basically, basically, I think the reason why a huge proportion of blacks don't swim is basically the lack of. Um, they don't find it as a priority. It's not a priority. I think it's all down to priorities rather than what do you call it, heavy bones or muscle tones and such. I just started learning about 3 months ago, and I've had probably about 11 or 12 lessons, and I'm doing fine. And I still got the same heavy bones or the same bones that I had what do you call it before I started learning how to swim. So
yeah.
I don't think it's anything to do with the bone structure or anything like that. I think it's just whether you find it a priority or not.
And it showed too. It kind of showed like a generational thing because the grandparents didn't, or the parents didn't, so they told their kids they couldn't, type of thing. Like it's just
Wow.
something
Yes.
that's kept going. Like it's crazy to see that.
Yes, I know. And if you watch the film, and in the beginning of the film, you saw me. What do you call it? As a little kid, my mom saying to me that spend time on your studies. There's no point to swimming. You can swim whenever you want to when you grow up. You go learn how to, do your studies, concentrate on your studies and such. And and that's probably the reason why I never learned to swim when I was young, because I can remember very, very vaguely asking my mum, tell my mum that my friends of mine is having a party in his house. They go swimming pool, and I want to learn how to swim so I can go to the party. And she told me, no, it's not going to happen. And so when I decided to do the film, I asked my mum. I said, "Mum, you're going to be in the film." And she said, "No, no, I don't want to be." I said, "Listen. It's because of you I can't swim. You are going to be in that film, whether you like it or not." So yeah, it's down to the statistics says that if the parents don't swim, the child only has 13% chance of learning how to swim. So yeah, so it is down to what do you call it, the parents.
Do you feel that it's a life skill?
Say it again.
Do you feel that it's a life skill? Like should everybody
Yes, of course
know?
it is. Of course it is. About 4 or 5 months ago in Tanzania on Lake Victoria, a ferry capsized. A ferry carrying about 300 odd people on it. It capsized, and 200 people drowned. It was in the news.
Wow.
The scariest thing is that it capsized 50 meters away from the port. So think about it. If your life depended on it, 50 meters is not a long distance. You would
No.
swim to save your
Yeah.
life, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I would try.
But,
I would try
but
my
if you
hardest.
can't swim, you can't swim.
Because that's kind of how the movie started too. Like you were watching like disaster type footage,
Yeah.
and just like it petrified you of being
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
in that situation and not being able to.
Yeah, and the thing is that that's how I've spent my whole life staying away from water because I knew I couldn't swim. I wouldn't go to pool parties. When I go on holidays, and like I said in the film, I'm the person that looks after the towels and the bags by the beach while everyone else is in the pool or in the what do you call in the sea, because I couldn't swim and I knew I couldn't swim, so I'll do my utmost best to stay away from it.
Yeah.
It's not until I had a daughter, and my daughter's 8 years old, and she can swim. But I said to myself, hold on, if she's in trouble, if we're on a holiday, or she's by the pool and she's in trouble, and she needs any help, I'll be totally useless. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to learn how to swim.
Well, she was in the film too, correct? Wasn't she telling you that she could?
That's right. Yeah, she was in there. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. She said, "Yeah, I'm black and I can swim." Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, I loved Professor Splash. He was great. He just teaches. He's a black guy that teaches like swimming lessons.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
He was so cool.
Professor Splash.
But I love too when you showed the what was her name? Simone Manuel, the first African American gold medalist in the Olympics for was it diving or?
That goes on to that's how the goes on to show how the project has progressed. So last week I was invited to speak at a university, London Metropolitan University, about the film. And there were probably about 25, 30 students in there. And at the end of the film, we had a question and answer thing going on. And I asked if anyone could name how many black competitive swimmers can be named. And not a single person could name anyone. And that's kind of scares me in the sense that we need these people, we need these swimmers, that's Simone Manuel, Alia Atkinson, and all these ones. We need them as role models, and they've got to be visible as role models, so that the new generation can see them and aspire to be like them. Even if they don't want to be a competitive swimmers, at least they will aspire them to learn how to swim and such. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make these role models as visible as possible to everyone in the community.
Because that's what I was trying to think of during the film. I was trying to think if there had been any, because I couldn't think of any. But I loved at the end, like I said, when you showed her and all that. It was really cool to see that there was.
Yeah, there's quite a few out there. So I'm about to release the soundtrack, the soundtrack to the film and the song, a film called Black Can Swim, and we've just finished shooting the video to the soundtrack. And at the end of the video, I name and show visuals and the name of as many black competitive swimmers as possible. So at least it will let people think that, hold on, there are black swimmers out there who are doing it at a competitive level. So that's the way, and just to highlight the role models, as I said.
It was interesting to see too, just the statistics that 74% of drowning deaths are at homes, not in the ocean.
That's right. Yeah. Yep, it is very, very true. So it's another statistic which I was told by the World Health Organization was that they said the second largest cause of death in children under the age of 16 is drowning, and so that's the second largest cause of death. And out of all those that drown, 85% of them are ethnic minorities. So it's what do you call it? It's a big thing out there. It's a big thing. It's not talked about enough, which is a shame. So I'm trying to do my bit and highlight it, and so that people can actually get engaged as what do you call it? As a creative thing. It's a creative sport, but it also is, as you said, it's a life skill.
So you think it's that number's large because they've been told they can't swim?
I missed that. Can you say that again, please?
I'm sorry. You said that 85% of it is ethnic minorities, and you think that is because they have been told that they cannot swim?
That's right. Yeah. The thing is that if your parents don't swim, and they haven't made a conscious effort to teach you how to swim. Learning how to swim is not an easy thing. So you have to be consciously, you want to swim. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. And so, if your parents have not taught you, have not pushed you in that direction, then there's there's a great chance that you won't do it. And then if you are met with difficulty in your somewhere where like, you're not going to be able to protect yourself. So yeah, I think that's the reason.
Have you, Ed? Have you done any other films?
No, have I done any other film? This is the first film I've ever done.
Cool. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I didn't know. That's awesome.
Yeah, this was the first film. To be honest, when I decided to do this, and I'll tell you how it started. I was on holiday last August with a few friends, including my daughter, my wife, and a few friends. Probably about 12, 13 of us. And then we decided to go on a boat one day. It was a night. We were in Barbados, nice hot day, blue skies. So we'll sit on the boat, and then everyone we're all given the opportunity to wear a life jacket. But I was the only one that wore a life jacket. Everybody else, many of the others could swim, so they didn't bother. They were dipping in and out of the water when the boat docked. But I was sitting there alone with my life jacket. And one of my friends says, "Oh, let me take a picture of you with your life jacket on, and you could use it on your next song or next album." And then I said to myself, why would I use a picture with a life jacket on, unless of course I'm writing a song or making a song about swimming. So whilst everybody was in and out of the water, and I not going into the water for obvious reasons, I decided to write a song. And the first line I wrote was, "Make a film called Blacks Can't Swim." So you've probably heard of the film White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was the first thing I thought about. Yep.
Yeah, so someone should make a film called Blacks Can't Swim. But so when I recorded the song, came back to the UK. Then one of my friends said, "Why don't we make the film?" And I said, "Well, I've never made a film before, so I don't even know where to start." But then I remembered I've got because I've made music videos in the past. I have a friend who's a film director, and he's done films, he's done music videos. So I got in touch with him, Mr. X. I said, "Listen, I want to make a film," and the rest is history. So we did the film ourselves, and the momentum has been great. I mean, as we stand right now, I'm working with the editor of the Times, because they want to make sure the film gets into every single school in the country. So we're working with the education board to enable it to become part of the curriculum. It's been great. I'm speaking with two Olympic swimmers, Sean and Brett Fraser, with regards to role models. And yeah, it's just going from strength to strength.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Is the song still out there?
That's why Ed said he could do a part of it if we want.
Yeah, the song's still out. The song's out there. The song's called "A Film Called Black Can't Swim." The soundtrack. The video's coming out soon, probably in about a month's time. So it's great. I haven't officially launched the song, but I will do within the next month or so. Ready for the summer.
Will you do a part of it for us?
Okay. I'll do one verse of the song.
Okay.
So make a film called Black Can't Swim. Soundtrack in the New Jack Swing. Cast a lead in the floating ring. Is it a cultural or physical thing? They say my bones too heavy, don't float. So I guess I better stay on the boat. Lesson after lesson, still can't swim. Try lose weight, my bones won't thin. Even in the shower, when I take a bath, my Gucci life jacket right by my side. Is that the reason why I never learned to swim? Is it a myth that blacks can't swim? They said hours in your hair just to get it wet. Don't understand it yet. Black girls get life jackets in jacuzzi with my boys getting juice. Never took it off 3 weeks in a cruise, but pool party never was my thing. I can't represent me my bling, but it's your party. You can swim if you want to. I stay dry cause I want to. Make a film called Blacks Can't Swim. Soundtrack in the New Jack Swing. Cast a lead in the floating ring. Is it a cultural or physical thing? So there you have it.
Wow, that was amazing.
And I love your rap style too. It's kind of like singing and like a little, I don't know, jazzy. I don't know how to explain it.
There's jazziness to it.
It's a great style, and I love that you mentioned the Gucci life jacket. I wanted to ask you, was that a lot of money?
Listen, I made that myself. Listen, when I was writing the lyrics, right, I said, I tried to find something that would make it much more exciting than just a life jacket. So I said, okay, Gucci life jacket.
It was cool. You had it in the movie. I was like, yo, that's pretty awesome.
So when I recorded the song, that was before I had obviously shot the film, did the film. So what I did was, when it came to time for us to do the movie, I tried to find a Gucci life jacket, but it didn't exist. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have to create one myself. So I bought a generic life jacket, and I bought some labels, and I stuck them on there. And hey, I have a Gucci life jacket. So there's probably somebody in the Gucci production team looking at what I didn't know we have a life jacket in our range.
Who leaked the life jacket? Somebody got fired over that, Ed. You know they were planning to launch the life jacket like next year, and somebody got fired over that.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so that's how I came about with that idea.
It was cool. I'm like, yeah, if I was gonna walk around with one, I would want the Gucci. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I want to ask you too, real quick, Ed. What is BearWitness.com?
Bear Witness is a campaign that shows acts of kindness and encourages people to show acts of kindness when they see a homeless person. I'll give you very quickly. Probably about 2-3 years ago, I was walking down the street on a high street, and I saw this gentleman start in front of a shop outside McDonald's, and I was going into McDonald's, so I asked him if he wants something to eat, and he said yes, he's pretty hungry, so I got him something. It was around about December, so it was very, very cold. So I just started having a conversation with him, and he said he used to work in an office. I can't remember what his job he did, but he used to work in an office, and one thing led to another. I think his wife had an affair or something like that. He couldn't take it, so he took to alcohol, and then as a result, he lost his job. He lost his house, and for the last 4 years, he's been on the streets. And so I wish him all the best in the new year. Gave him a little something, and gave him something to eat, and then went away. The next 2 weeks later, I was walking past there, and I dropped by to see how he was doing. And I was told that he'd passed away. And that kind of hit me. And so I did a song called Bear Witness, and which is basically asking people, when you see a homeless person, just engage with them. Just sometimes all they want is just someone to just smile at them or just say hi. So that's what Bear Witness is all about. So there's a website called bearwitness.com, and I advise the people that if you show an act of kindness to a homeless person, just share your story on there.
Cool.
Slambo told us like 2 years ago he was walking around in Philly and he encountered a homeless guy and the homeless guy spit on him. So we don't know why the homeless guy spit on him, but the guy spit on him.
No.
I feel like he engaged, like he antagonized
I
the
didn't
homeless
engage.
guy.
I think
we don't think he's doing the acts of kindness.
Yeah,
I think.
You see, the problem with homelessness is that majority of the homeless people have some level of mental health issues.
Yes, there's that,
and that's the thing. So obviously you got to be cautious. You got to be, safety comes first. If you see someone and you think that it's you can engage with, then fair enough. But obviously you got to look after yourself first. In the UK, they have something called Street Link, which is a service whereby if you see a homeless person, they actually advise you to get in touch with them. So there's an app, and there's a telephone number. You tell them, and they will come and deal with. They will send somebody from their street team to come and You sort that person out or look after that person.
Even your homeless out there seems so much more sophisticated than us, though. We're just like, you guys, like, you're just so much better than us. Like, you sound so much not fancier, but like so much like more presentable. So even your hobos, I feel
classier.
Like they're better than us. They're even better than us over here. Classier, definitely.
We say the same about you for you guys as well. Your accent and everything like that. We love your accents and all that. So
that's cool. Ed, we have to wrap this up, dude. But it has been a great time talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Where can everybody find you?
So for you can find you just go onto Google and just type in Ed Accura, ED space ACCURA, and I'm all over there. If anybody wants to watch the film, all you do is just you go onto blackscan'tswim.com and request it, and I'll send you the link. And the music video should be out very shortly, so look out for that.
Cool. We'll be looking for it, Ed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me, and I've really enjoyed the show.
Love you, Ed. Have a good one.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you very much.